Benjila Corimania, Amina da Pia, Ala Jimbaya.
Hi lovelies, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Lovelies. If you're an oldie but a goodie, welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. In this video, I will show you how my family and myself cook one of Gambia's best dishes and most well-known dishes, which is called the Domoda. It is a peanut-based sauce, and obviously Gambia's export is groundnuts and peanuts, which we're most known for. And I'll be showing you how to cook it in an easy, simple and quick way so you can enjoy the food. I hope you liked this video, and if you do, don't forget to leave a comment and give me a thumbs up so I know you like these types of videos. This is my first cooking video and the first dish I am actually cooking in my new kitchen. So I'm really excited. So come and join me and let's see what we get up to. Love you guys. Take care. I generally like to prep and prepare all of the ingredients I'll be using before I start cooking. In this case, the onions, the garlics, the carrots, the potatoes, the tomato puree, crushed tomatoes, the flavoring as well as the lemon, and I cleanse the chicken as well. So I start off by using a half a cup of oil, and this is rapsolja, which is grapeseed oil. And once it's heated and ready, I will go ahead and fry the potatoes first. I won't be frying them until they're done. I'll be frying them until they've got a brown goldeny color, as I'll be adding them last in this dish. Once the potatoes have a crispy surface, I remove them from the frying pan and pop them in a bowl and put it on the side. Then I move on to the chicken, and the same goes here. I'll be frying them to get a color on the outer layer of the chicken, and then I will boil everything together for approximately an hour once the whole dish is done. So I place the chicken legs into the frying pan and I fry them for approximately 6 minutes. It can be a little bit more depending on how high you've got it, but I've got it on maximum right now. So I fry the chicken. You can use meat in this dish, or you can make it vegetarian and skip the meat if you want. Once the chicken has got a bit of color on the outside, I remove them from the oil and I'm going ahead to fry the onions, and I use 2 large onions and 1 full garlic clove. All of the ingredients will be in the description bar below, and you can watch the video to see exactly how I apply everything. So the garlic, I love garlic. I just add it on and I can eat so much garlic all day, every day. So once I've added them to the hot oil, I will fry it for another 2 minutes until the onions kind of like lose that freshness and become more of a sauce consistency. Then I'm going to go ahead and use tomato puree, and here I use 2 full tablespoons of tomato puree. This will give the Domoda most of its color basically. So once you've added the tomato puree to the onions and the garlic, you stir it to ensure that it actually fully blends with the onions and the garlic. And you know that it's done after you've let it fry for approximately 5 minutes until it started to separate a little bit from the onions. Then we will go to the next step, which for me is super fun because I love hearing the frying pan kind of go shh. Amazing, look at this, it's actually melted so well together. And what we're going to do next is we're going to take finely crushed tomatoes. In this case, I believe I'm using the Zeta brand. It's finely crushed tomatoes, and we're going to add that into the onions, the garlics, as well as the tomato puree. What this is going to do is this is going to create the sauce and the base that we're going to add the peanut butter to. Now the next step is using peanut butter. Some people like the crunchy one, but I prefer the creamy peanut butter can, jar, and in this case the ecological brand, because it just tastes so much better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of peanut butter into the base that I have now created, and you will see it coming up right here. 1 tablespoon and 2 tablespoons. And if you're cooking more of the Domoda, you can add more. It depends on the thickness that you like. I like it to be a little bit looser in consistency. But once you add the peanut butter, you will see the sauce start to become thicker, and I will turn the electric stove down to half. So I had it on at about 9 and I brought it down to about 5, which is half of its strength, because now at this point of the cooking game, we want to add back all of the ingredients we've fried and taken out into it. But before I do, I take the empty crushed tomato can and I add 2 of them filled with water, just to be able to have more moisture into the food so that it can boil into the thickness level that I do like. So I added it here, and I added a little bit more water off camera as well. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use vegetable broth, and I'm going to use that as my flavoring because I'm very sensitive for pure salt. So I don't like to add salt to my Domoda because it becomes very salty. So I use the vegetable broth, which gives it all of the flavor that it needs. And I will also add a tiny amount of maggi, which is a secret to most West African cooking. We all know it since we were kids. We all love using it, and y'all will learn to love it too. But before I do, I add the carrots. I use 3 large carrots, and I'm putting them back into the sauce because at this point they have to cook and boil with the sauce in order to absorb all of the flavors. Now this is what a Maggi cube looks like, and it's got a lot of vegetable flavoring in there as well. So I take one of the Maggi cubes and I crush it into the sauce itself, and I will stir it in a second just to avoid any clumps and any lumps, and it's going to boil up to this amazingly fantastic and tasty Gambian Domoda. Now, since you saw the lemon juice, now you know what I use it for. I use 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. You can also use lime juice, but I just find lemon to be a lot more. Sorry, I meant 3 tablespoons. Obviously, you saw how much I use. And this will just stop the kind of like oils from being too overpowering and kind of break it up a little bit. I'm now adding back the chicken as well, because at this point it all needs to boil together for approximately 45 minutes to be fully cooked and ready for consumption. I love this part. It's just, you can see the oil rising to the top of the dish, which is great because that means you can get to the sauce underneath. Since I have a lot of things to do and I really don't have that much time to sit and wait for it to boil, you can leave it to boil for 45 minutes, or you can put it in your slow cooker for 1 hour, which means I'm going to transfer everything you've seen boiling in the pot into a slow cooker together with the sauce, and then I'm going to add the potatoes on top so that they can be steam cooked. And 45 minutes later, this is what you have. The chicken has been fully cooked, the carrots have been fully cooked, the potatoes have absorbed the flavor, and it looks absolutely majestic. And we eat this dish with rice. So I've boiled some rice on the side, and I like my rice to be basmati rice. Here I'm dishing it up so that I and my friends can sit down and enjoy some Domoda Gambian style. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to see more cooking videos with more like Nigerian food, jollof rice, Gambian food, Senegalese food, let me know by thumbs upping and subscribing. Thank you so much for watching. I hope I didn't make you too hungry. Do let me know if you try this recipe down in the comments box. Love you guys, and I hope you're doing great wherever in the world you are.